We are now being joined by Terrell U. Jones from California. Terrell is a senior journalist and foreign affairs expert. Terrell, thank you so much for joining me here on WION World is One. Sir, how would China be bracing for Trump 2.0? We've heard the statements that Xi Jinping made with his final meeting with Biden in Biden's presidency. What do we make of how China is preparing for Trump?
Well, China remembers the first Trump administration and a fair amount of disorganization and uncertainty then, and is concerned about that in the second Trump administration. I think they're particularly concerned about how Donald Trump seems to be lining up a number of rather staunch hardliners against China in senior positions in his cabinet, such as Secretary of Defense and State and Director of the Central Intelligence Agency and National Security Advisor. And so I think that China sees a more ideological wall that is against them in this upcoming Trump administration, which will start in only 65 days from now. I think, though, that they also will be paying close attention as to how distracted the administration might be by domestic issues and by other overseas events such as Russia, Ukraine, and Israel in the Middle East, to see if it might not actually be an opportunity for China to make a move, for example, much more strongly toward regaining Taiwan.
Mr. Jones, you know, this meeting coming at this point when we're pretty much counting weeks to Trump's return to the Oval Office, how much does it really mean? Because Biden and Xi Jinping, they were at odds for most of Biden's term. And the final meeting, now Xi Jinping says that we're willing to work with this new administration coming in. And then also saying that, you know, we need to see, protectionism with caution. And at the same time, Trump is very clear on his America First policies. How much does this bilateral really matter at this time?
Well, it's kind of a courtesy call and a farewell message to Joe Biden and his administration. There are some things that they could put in place before the Trump administration does come in just 2 short months. But you're right that it's not particularly meaningful, because what really counts is what will happen after January 20th of next year. And I think that Xi Jinping and China are being, courteous to Joe Biden, whom they've had a lengthy relationship with, as you say, not always on the warmest of terms. But Donald Trump has much more strident rhetoric toward China, and so they are taking it easy now at the beginning, see what kind of a honeymoon there may be after the Trump administration comes in, to see if what opportunities and directions lie ahead.
Mr. Jones, do you feel Trump would be taking any kind of pointers from Xi Jinping's latest comments in this bilateral?
Donald Trump, I think, always wanted to be seen as an equal of Xi Jinping in terms of strong leader of a major country. And so I think that he would say, probably look to it and say, okay, well, Xi Jinping is taking a realistic approach toward U.S.-China relations. He understands me. He knows that he doesn't want to upset me. I think that's what's going through Donald Trump's mind. And it depends on how much of his pledge of promises made, promises kept that he does keep, to see what direction things go.
Terrell U. Jones, thank you so much for joining me and sharing all your insights on this. Of course, this is something, as and when 20th January comes, we'll get to know exactly what's in store for the two powers.
We'll pay attention. Thanks for having me.